Peace be upon you. We all know who that man is, but many of us do not know what his life story is, and in this video we will talk about the entire life of Donald Trump. But before we start, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel until all new arrives. 1. About Donald Trump. Donald John Trump is the 45th President of the United States. He has held office since January 20, 2017, and in addition to being a politician, he is a successful businessman and a personality who has appeared on many television programs. Trump was born on June 14, 1946 in a Jamaica hospital in New York, the son of a wealthy property owner. He attended Wharton College at the University of Pennsylvania before taking charge of his family's business. As a smart businessman and charismatic manager, he built and renovated numerous hotels, casinos and office towers during his career, accumulating their net worth to the tune of billions. In order to expand the horizons of his ambitions, he entered the field of national politics in the early 2000s, and set his eyes on the presidential office. And as a politician whose career was tainted by allegations of sexual misconduct, he also received a lot of criticism for his extravagant lifestyle and controversial comments about immigrants from countries Islamic. Despite the controversy surrounding him, Trump ran for the presidential elections in 2016 as a Republican candidate, defeating Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton in a surprise victory. Donald Trump is the first person to hold the presidency without previous military or government service, and at the age of 70 he is also the oldest person to hold office. 2. Donald Trump's beginnings. Born in New York City, his father Frederick Trump and wife Mary McLeod is one of 5 children. He received his initial education at Q Forest School, Forest Hill, in New York, and at the age of 13, his parents sent him to the New York Military Academy, NAMA, in upstate New York, where he performed well, both socially and academically, so he grew up as an athlete and student leader until he graduated in 1964. He attended Fordham University for 2 years before joining the Wharton School of Finance at the University of Pennsylvania, where he graduated from the School of Economics in 1968. 3. The achievements of Donald Trump. He joined his father's company, Elizabeth Trump and Son, while still in college, and initially focused his business on the middle class like his father by renting residences in Brooklyn, Queens and Staten Island. One of his first projects while still in college was the revival of the housing complex, Swiffian Village, a housing complex in Cincinnati, Ohio, converting 1,200 housing units from 66% to 100% within a year. When the Trump Foundation sold the Swiffian Village for $12 million, it received a profit of $6 million. In 1971, Trump moved his residence to Manhattan, where he was convinced of the abundance of economic opportunities in the city, specifically large construction projects in Manhattan that would provide great opportunities for high profits, by using the attractiveness of architectural design, and gaining public interest in it. In 1985, he purchased the Mar-a-Lago estate on Palm Beach, Florida, and renovated the Barbizon Hotel and 100 Central Park South. In 1988, he bought the Plaza Hotel in New York City. In 1989, he bought a fleet of Boeing 727s to form the Trump Air Transport Company. But a helicopter crash that killed 3 Trump casino executives led to major problems. Some bad business decisions left him unable to meet his loan receivables, but somehow financed the building of his own 3rd casino, but the mounting debt quickly pushed him into bankruptcy. In 1990, he regained his former stable financial standing and fame and opened the Trump Taj Mahal Casino in Atlantic City, and soon received approval to build a railroad on the west side. In 1996, he took ownership of the Miss Universe organization that sponsored several other beauty contests. In 2003, he became a stakeholder in the National Broadcasting Corporation, NBC, where he became the executive producer and host of the hit NBC reality show The Apprentice. After his success, he co-produced the show, The Celebrity Apprentice, with the participation of British TV producer Mark Burnett. On October 21, 2004, the Trump chain of hotels, casinos and resorts announced a debt restructuring that led to a reduction in sole proprietorship from 56% to 27%. Since then, Trump Plaza Hotel has been forced to file a Chapter 11 protection application to avoid bankruptcy and set up a protection plan after it was unable to pay its debts, so the company returned from bankruptcy in the name of Trump Entertainment Resorts Holdings. He has also marketed the Trump name on a large number of products, including Trump Financial, Trump Sales and Leasing, Trump Entrepreneur Initiative, Trump Restaurants, Go Trump, Donald J. Trump Signature Collection and other products, and he also received $1.5 million for each hour-long show he made in favor of the Learning Annex. It also has a trade simulation game, called Donald Trump's Real Estate Tycoon. Trump had political ambitions as well. In the 2000 elections, he expressed his desire to run for the presidency. In 2004 and 2008, he had hopes of running for the presidency from the Republican Party, and during 2006, he took over as governor of New York as a representative of the party. Between 2010 and 2012, his involvement in politics increased when he publicly declared his desire to run for the presidency again, but his association with the Birthers Affair, a group that firmly believed that Barack Obama was not born in the United States, undermined his political reputation, but he continued to confront Obama on various political issues. In January 2013, he showed support for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during the Israeli elections, and was also a prominent speaker at the 2013 Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC. Trump announced his candidacy for the presidency for the Republican Party in June 2015. With his stark personality, successful career in business, and the presence of media support, he quickly emerged as the #1 candidate for his party, and he was officially nominated for the presidency at the 2016 Republican National Convention. Many of his electoral methods have received criticism, as they have ensured that he receives unprecedented media coverage. He was accused of lying and falsifying facts during his election speeches, and he received many negative responses from major newspapers such as Politico, Washington Post, New York Times and Los Angeles Times, describing his statements as pure lies. His campaign as a candidate for the presidency adopted a political stance in favor of the people and largely supported the Second Amendment to the International Monetary Fund Agreement, and his tax plan called for reducing the corporate tax rate to 15% and replacing the health care law, Obamacare, with a different free market plan that made him enjoy support from many parties. However, Trump's election campaign was fraught with much controversy, as several accusations of sexual misconduct surfaced against him and he was criticized by the media for using vulgar and sexual language. Despite his critics and all the negative publicity surrounding him, he emerged as a winner in the general election on November 8, 2016, in which he defeated Hillary Clinton to become the President of the United States. Donald Trump assumed the office of the 45th President of the United States of America on January 20, 2017. 4. Donald Trump's most famous sayings. One aspect of being profitable is knowing when to stop. Sometimes you have to stop confronting and go the other way, moving to something more productive. You cannot be too greedy. Without passion you have no energy. And without energy you have nothing. I judge people based on their ability, honesty, and merit. 5. Donald Trump's personal life. In 1977, he married Ivana Zelnikova and had 3 children with her, Donald Jr., Ivka and Eric. The two partners called off their marriage in 1992 when Ivana discovered a love affair with Trump outside of marriage with American actress Marla Maples. In 1993, he married Marla Maples and had 1 child, Tiffany, 2 months before their marriage. In 1997, a tumultuous divorce occurred, which reached its final in June 1999, and Mabel was paid $2 million. on January 22, 2005, he married Melania Noss after he had introduced her the year before. They have a son named Baron William Trump. As for Donald Trump's religion, beliefs and indigenous sect, he was born into a Protestant Christian family. 6. Fast facts on Donald Trump. Donald Trump is an intoxicant man and has never smoked cigarettes or used drugs. He has an obsessive cleanliness and hates a handshake, and when he faces an inevitable handshake, he has an interesting technique for avoiding it, as he forcefully pulls the other person close to his body. He once worked as a financial advisor to Mike Tyson, and hosted a Tyson match against Michael Spinks in Atlantic City. Although Trump was a very successful businessman, he missed some major business opportunities. In 1988, he had the opportunity to buy the Patriots, a professional American soccer team, but he rejected the offer as not a good investment, but the team is now worth more. From $2 billion. He is the only presidential candidate to have his own game, and its name is Trump. He is a golfer and a member of the Winged Foot Golf Club in Mamaroneck, New York, and regularly plays other courses he owns and runs. He was an active member of the birther movement that questioned President Obama's birthplace. Trump, an outspoken and persistent critic of Barack Obama, invites him to play golf anytime on any of the golf courses he owns with one rider, if Obama ends his term early. 7. You will find videos and documentaries about Donald Trump and sources of information that I mentioned to you in this video in the description. In the end, we hope that you liked the video and do not forget to subscribe to the channel until everything new arrives, and bye bye.